Welcome back to All Day Live. Rob Olsen in today. Well, for the Minnesota Wild, the NHL playoffs will continue again tonight with a puck drop. It's scheduled for 8:30. We'll see. The Wild, of course, beat the Stars Saturday night 6-1. We expected close games. I don't know if we expected that or not, but we'll find out if Athletic senior writer Michael Russo expected what we saw there. Joining us now from Dallas. What'd you take away from that? Did you expect a score to be that lopsided in Game 1?
Oh, no, not at all. I actually thought the Wild would win. I mean, it's a tradition like no other. Dallas Stars losing Game 1. They've done it for years, 5 in a row, 9 of the last 11. The Wild actually do quite well in Game 1 and usually get series leads. So I think that's the biggest thing, Rob, is this franchise has never had a 2-0 series lead in 25 years. So keep the foot on the gas here tonight and know that they're going to face a hungrier, angrier Dallas Stars team and continue, to try to take it to them. The thing about the other night, though, Rob, is they got perfect play up and down their lineup. Their forwards, they're great. Their top players were as good as we've seen them. Jesper Wallstedt did not look like a rookie, and they defended marvelously. So I think that Dallas was stunned. I know their fans definitely were, and now it's a matter of can you come back to Minnesota with a 2-0 lead.
You could hear the stun in the arena down there as the game went on, and it got pretty quiet, and then towards the end, and they're leaving in droves. I mean, they spent good money for playoff seats, and they're heading for the exits early.
Yeah, and the Wild, it was the perfect way to start a game. You draw an early power play. Matt Zuccarello takes an elbow to the face from Tyler Myers, and the Wild get into the zone and score in 5 or 6 seconds. And Eriksson had a couple power play goals, and it just silenced the crowd from there. And then the Wild did just a masterful job there at the beginning of the second period, just taking control of that game and just continuing to put the proverbial foot on the throat there. 3 goals in the first 6.5 minutes of the second period, and I think everybody was stunned by that. Kaprizov was outstanding, Boldy outstanding, Ek outstanding, Zuccarello, Ryan Hartman, and they just the great play. I thought Brock Faber was fabulous. Quinn Hughes was healthy. And they look great.
Yeah, you wrote over the weekend some of the analysis here and how this differed from facing Dallas in 2023, and that this is not the 2023 Wild. You said that we've got a healthy Ek, a Matt Boldy who's not new to the playoffs, a Brock Faber who's not only just 2 games into the NHL, a Quinn Hughes who's not in Vancouver, and a Jesper Wallstedt who's not in the minor leagues. That was a pretty good summary.
Yeah, and the other thing is Kaprizov was healthy. If you remember going into that series, he had been hurt for really about 6 weeks after he got hurt in Winnipeg on a play by Logan Stanley, and he just wasn't himself. He scored the first goal of that series and never again. And so, I thought Carell was magnificent the other night. He scored an unbelievable goal, the type of goal that very few guys in the league could score, right under Jake Ottinger's bar there and right over his shoulders. And, I thought Boldy just continued his maturity. Boldy was one of their best players in last year's playoffs. But you're right, Robin, 2023, it was after that playoff series where Billy Guerin really took it to him and told him, like, if you're going to perform at the playoff level, it is not like the regular season where you could be perimeter. And from that point on, he's gone into the trenches and he's just been terrific. And I thought Faber, for a team that had their superstars churning the other night, I thought Faber might have been their best player.
I know that you were covering skates and some other stuff down there today. You posted on X that Wallstedt will be in net again. I guess that's not a big surprise, and that Zach Bogosian will be playing tonight.
Yeah, he was in the other night after not playing since early March, but he didn't skate in the morning skate, so that right away told us that maybe there was something wrong with him, but it's just maintenance. He's going to be dealing with this high ankle probably for a little while, so Jeff Petrie was sort of just a placeholder in the skate, and Bogosian will play tonight. And you're right, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise that Wallstedt got the start, but it was in 2023 where Philip Gustafson had a 51 save double overtime win here. They came back with Marc-Andre Fleury in game 2. So sometimes you just got to at least confirm that they're not overthinking things and that they're going to come back with the guy that looked so good in his Stanley Cup playoff debut the other day.
All right, and then lastly here, what do you expect to see from the Stars side of things, their approach to this game, lessons potentially they learned from Saturday?
Well, the one thing they have to do is stay out of the box because the Wild's power play is absolutely elite. They scored 3 goals against the Stars a week and a half ago here and another couple the other day. So they've got to stay at the box. They've got to defend the middle of the ice much, much better and get on the forecheck. And that's something that they didn't do at all against the Wild the other day. So I expect them to push tonight. I mean, they are a seasoned team. They've been to 3 straight Western Conference Finals. They always seem to lose game 1. So I don't think that they're the type of team that's going to get rattled by what happened the other day. But the Wild are also a motivated team and showed the Stars the other day that they absolutely could play with this team and dominate them if they need to be. So I really expect that the Wild, who have learned a lot of lessons in all these first-round exits for many, many years, are just going to come out with a heck of an effort tonight. But they've got to be ready for the Stars to push and try to even this series up.
All right, and then lastly, and we'll let you go because I know you got so much on your plate here. I heard Ryan Carter make the prediction on Friday that he thought it could potentially be the Wild in 5 games. Have you talked to him about that prediction?
No, I did pick the Wild in 6, but that's because I thought the Wild would win there, at home, to close out a series for a change. But I haven't talked to him about that. I do think the Wild, I thought they were going to win the series before. I think they're still going to win the series. I just think that this is a very different team. And I think we saw it the other day. But I know there's a lot of cynicism, obviously, with the fan base and maybe even inside the organization because this team just can't get over the hump, but they really look good the other day, and I think this is a different team than the Stars have had to face for many years.
All right, Michael Russo, senior writer for The Athletic and man of all media here, especially in Wild season and playoff time. Thanks for taking some time for us again today.
Anytime, Rob.
All right, we'll see you later. That is very exciting to see exactly how that shapes up tonight. Of course, the Wild dropped the puck at 8:30. At least that's the schedule. They tend to wait until the game that's on before them is done. And then we have the same thing repeating with the Timberwolves in Game 2 at Denver, which is scheduled for 9:30. But again, that tip-off might be delayed as well. I mean, you kind of expect them to be delayed in these cases because broadcasters are trying to get so many games on and make sure people don't miss the end of one to see the start of the other, or miss the start of one because you're watching the end of one. So we'll see. It'll be a late night for a lot of people watching our 2 Minnesota Winter teams, both in Game 2 of the playoffs and both out of town.